What's up, Penguins fans? Scott Allen Brown here with an announcement in regards to the Pittsburgh Penguins organization. As you probably heard yesterday afternoon, I think it was, the for the second time in history, the Penguins are once again losing Steve Mears. This time he's actually going to be going over to Columbus to become the new play-by-play man for the Blue Jackets. And obviously this is, to me, a huge loss, because I always thought Steve Mears was great at doing play-by-play and stuff. I know last year he started doing the games on the radio after he left the television side for the radio gig. Of course you also remember that Josh Getzoff, took over the television gig. And I can also tell you this leaves leaves a lot of uncertainty, if I said that right, regarding what I've been doing since 2008, and that of course has been providing you guys the highlights to Pittsburgh Penguins games. Of course, it's something that I always loved doing and of course I do it for you guys. So that's the reason why I'm here. So I know there's a lot of questions right now, a lot of questions that have yet to be answered. But I could think of maybe the possibilities of who could replace Steve Mears. One possibility, and this kind of worries me a little bit, is Paul Steigerwald, because as I mentioned before in one of my videos, he was great as a color analyst back in the day, but he was never that great at doing play-by-play. So I'm just hoping that he's not considered a front runner to replace Steve Mears or anything like that. So yeah, I'm kind of worried about that. Another person I could probably think of is a guy by the name of Dan Kelly. No, not the announcer that I think he called Blues games back in the 60s or 70s. That guy's no longer with us. I'm referring to the younger Dan Kelly. I think the last NHL assignment he had, I think, was with the Chicago Blackhawks. And I'm kind of hoping that he doesn't get the job, because he was not that great either at play-by-play, and I'm sure a lot of Blackhawks fans, who tuned into the games back then, could tell you that he was never that great. And of course, some folks may recall that back in 2006 he replaced the legendary Pat Foley. I think that was for just 2 seasons until they brought Mr. Foley back. And well, so yeah, I'm certainly hoping that he doesn't get the job either. Another person I could probably think of, if I can think of his name. Oh yeah, I was thinking, maybe Zach Fish, the voice of the Hershey Bears. Though I would probably have my doubts on that, because I think he's really loved his gig with the Bears organization. I probably wouldn't see him leaving. I mean, I could be wrong, of course, but I really don't think he's gonna move over to the Penguins organization. I just don't see that happening, and of course, a lot of the Hershey Bears, even though they are my favorite team, of course they were my late wife Lindsay's favorite team as well. Of course, as some of you may know, they're affiliated with the Washington Capitals organization. So I hope you guys are okay with that. I mean, it's not my fault that I'm trying to say it's not my fault that that's the case. So yeah, sorry about that, folks. Of course, I have bad speech problems. I've always had speech problems for quite some time now. But yeah, in regards to all this, in regards to Steve Mears leaving, yeah, I really can tell you right now, whether or not I will be providing you guys the Penguins highlights for 2024-25 is right now is up in the air. But I can tell you, even if I don't do the highlights next year, I can tell you right now, I have no plans on retiring. I have no plans on leaving YouTube. Of course, I will continue to provide you guys, of course, with classic games, you know, from the days when Mike Lang was still in the booth on television and all that other stuff. Of course, the days of Mario Lemieux, Phil Bourque, and a couple of them other guys back in the day. And oh, you know what? Another thing I forgot to mention. Shoot. There could also be a possibility that maybe next year the radio and TV broadcast could be simulcasted, though I don't know about that because Phil Bourque, the old 2-9er, has opposed simulcasting. Of course, I asked a question on the Tweet the Old 2-9er segments at one time on one of the radio broadcasts, and he said that he absolutely opposes simulcasting. So I mean, if they do go that direction, I mean, it would not surprise me. I mean, I wouldn't mind, you know, the television radio simulcasting thing, but you know, if they go that direction, you know, a lot of Penguins fans, you know, are just gonna have to get used to it. So. But yeah, I will definitely keep you guys updated as to who's going to replace Steve Mears or whether or not they're going to go the simulcasting direction. So I'm going to ask you guys to please keep it here because, yeah, I will definitely keep you updated once I learn more. So I'm just really hoping and praying right now that the radio play-by-play gig does not go to either Paul Steigerwald or Dan Kelly, if he's still active. So anyway, I do thank you for watching, and of course, let's go Penguins, and please keep it here. I will definitely keep you updated. Thank you.